No, I don't.
Really?
No, not at all. I have no interest in it.
No, for real?
Yeah, for real, for real.
You could like step on stage and win right now.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. Yeah.
What's your name?
Winthorpe.
Winthorpe?
Yes, sir.
Jordan, nice
Nice to meet you, brother. Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Man, thanks, bro.
How are you? Guys, I'm trying to get the mic to act right. Give me 1 second. Let me get the mics right. Let me know. Can you guys hear me? Guys, let me know if you can hear me okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what was going on with my mic just a minute ago where it just was not connecting. So I'm just fumbling with it, but glad we're good. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Workout number 1 for the day, getting weight training in. And then this evening, we got jujitsu. Easy work day today, so I get some, I can be a little more flexible with training today since kind of work today is a little bit lighter. So we're here. But I want to hit one more set on dumbbell rows, superset with push-ups. From there, I'd like to go into our straight arm pull downs, and we go from there. Trying to keep a good sweat going. I kind of like this particular location because for whatever reason, it's like humid in here and it's making me sweat like an animal. And I don't know, the pump's kind of cool right now. I do train hard. I train hard because, once again, it helps just clear my mind, and it just creates that discipline that I need, because work is so demanding. And shameless plug, guys, if you are in here, make sure you hit that subscribe button for me. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm trying to get the channel to 3,000 subs by the end of the month. I think we can do it. Let's go. Oh my God. Nice. What gym do you go to? Or where are you from, actually? I say we go into our straight arm pull downs. That kicked my ass on the heart rate. We're at like 140. And I love it. This is how I like to train. Yes, building muscle, all that. But man, it's something about having good endurance. It's a necessity in more ways than one. Nice. Lucky you going to 2 gyms. Well, as soon as I said I was going to go over there, someone took it. So we're going to improvise. And I think they don't have many. We'll go over here. We'll still hit our straight arm. I wonder if I could, we'll just do this. I just got to get the proper necessary bar. So I'm thinking maybe we could superset it with pull-ups, but we'll see. Let me get the right bar. Super old school bar. I haven't seen this in a while. We'll make it work. I think we'll go back. We'll do more push-ups. I've been trying to hit a certain number of push-ups lately, along with the weight training, so. Did you ever get your workout in? Miss Sweet. I can't even see it. You know what? I think we will go and superset our pull-ups since the dude just left. You know, this is still one of my favorite exercises. I still love these freaking pull downs. We'll go short bar. I don't know. Let's try to get 12. Close. You know, I am leaking over here. What the hell is going on? And I love it. And plus they have a good sauna here too. Nice, I love it. Yeah. If I wasn't going back to jiu-jitsu later, I would be actually doing another round of legs, but this evening is jiu-jitsu and tomorrow morning, so that covers the morning workouts. But I'll be back tomorrow afternoon. Wait a minute, guys, hold on a second, time out. We have 29 people in here, 28 people, and only 2 likes. Come on, can we get the likes up? Let's get to at least 10. I'm gonna see if my short ass can get to the high bar and knock out some more. Okay. Those pull-ups. That's why nothing beats pull-ups. I've lifted all the weight in the world and this and that. Some good. We got 4 likes. I appreciate you guys, whoever just hit the like button. But I tell everybody, work those calisthenics. So from here, I do want to get into some hammer strength. So we're going to a hammer strength pull downs. We'll knock that out. I don't know what to tell you if you're not going to follow a gym plan. Guys, we have to go narrow grip. I will not be able to get any reps without it. This is frying my back. You know what that means? We have to do more of it. So let's do at least 2 more sets. I literally just said, how can you get big if you don't follow a gym plan? What do you expect to do? Okay, I can't. It's too much. I think it's a kid, so let's just get him out of here. Luxury, what's up? Oh. Let's get these pull-ups. Since we're already here, we'll stay here. 6 likes, okay. All right. You guys like me a little bit. I need to get those likes up. We'll go just supersets with this since it's plate loaded. I'll just go right into supersetting. We'll superset with half the weight. This crap sucks. But we gotta do it. And after this, we're gonna hit the sauna for sure. That is going to be mandatory. I've been hitting the sauna here at this particular location lately, just because it's just not packed in here. So you don't feel like everyone's just kind of just stuffed in there. You know, I can kind of move around a little bit more freely here. You know, because obviously I like to superset a lot, so it's kind of cool being able to just get to the machines I need to get to without, you know, interfering in someone else's workout or they're messing up mine. Let's go again. We're getting there, we're getting there. I didn't go live when I was showing it, but I already did hit hamstrings before I got on here. So we knocked that out. Usually pull day, back day, I do like to hit hamstrings, just constantly I'm just always trying to train legs as much as possible. Oh my goodness. And I did put some carbs, I had some carbs yesterday. Oh, I did have some carbs yesterday. Guys, I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's a cool dude I always chop it up with. So let's get another set in. I have an interesting story about this individual. I would like to share it with you. Not him specifically, somebody else. I confused him with somebody else. And I was like, when I first walked in, I thought he was somebody completely different, that they said a derogatory thing to me back way back. I thought that was him. So I was giving him the mean mug, realizing like, oh, that's not the same dude. And like, he's the friendliest dude on the planet. So that was my mistake. I tried to like stay out of everybody's way also. I'm really big on that. Like, I just really try to keep my head down and do the work, you know, as much as I can. Because, you know, it's just better like that. I probably missed a ton of opportunities because of that, but I'm really a keep to myself kind of person. I really don't want to get into any mess in here. I'm not trying to have like a crew. You guys notice that now? You guys notice that now? It's like everyone has like, it's like these crews now. It's like 3 or 4 people working out together. I'm really just not like that. And if you notice, that's why I'm always training alone. It's crazy though, right? Like, I'm like, wait a minute. I walked into this, I forgot which LA, it was a different location, different LA Fitness. And I was in there and I'm like, I started to count. It was like 6 different pods of crews or teams or groups, whatever. And I'm just like, okay, this isn't gonna cut it. I didn't even stream. I'm just like, you know what? Let me just do an hour of cardio and I'm gonna just leave. So I just tend to kind of be about myself when I train. I do prefer just training alone. Or if I do train with someone, it just has to be a certain level of intensity that we can kind of feed off each other. And if not, Yeah, I just kind of just train alone now. I think it's better like that. I almost kind of encourage it because, you're not, it's you versus you. It's your accountability. You're not leaning on anybody to motivate you. And if someone flakes, it doesn't bring down what you need to do. So, yeah, I just train alone. Well, I got you guys now, so it's different. You guys are actually inspiring me. So I can't even actually say that because now it's a thing now that I'm going to stream. So you guys are hyping me up. Obviously, I'm not supersetting on this one. I'm trying to keep this one very strict. I'm really just working on the form. I would always go heavy on this, and I'm realizing if you can just really correct your form on this, you can get a ton of value with a low amount of weight. So I'm just really taking my time with this one, and we're getting it in. Yeah, so at this location, I mean, does it have the most equipment in here? Definitely not. But, it's not as packed. By the time 1 o'clock, or it's about to be 1 o'clock, hits 2 o'clock, it's dead in here. No one bugs me about the camera. I try to keep it, everyone out the way of the camera, and you can just train. I just keep to myself. I don't know anybody in here also, except for that one dude. But yeah, I don't know anybody, so I'm not talking. Ugh. This takes my heart rate to, it's like 136 right now. It's ridiculous. It is crazy. And the weight's been coming off, guys. The weight's been coming off. I'm starting to finally get into the teens now with my weight. I've been teetering, low 220s, so now the diet's kicking in even stronger. Starting to see the teens, so, which only means we get weaker. One more. Man, it's cool. Guys, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 3,000 subs before the year's up. Man, what's been cool about the streams, just by me showing up, I've been able to start finding you guys who have been rocking with the content. So it's been cool to see how slowly but surely, the lives are getting bigger. Mind you, I'll probably never be this mega star content creator, nor am I even trying to be. But shoot, I remember when there was just nobody in here. And I was just talking to myself. So it's kind of cool. I'm finding my team. Let's get it again. hit some pull downs. Oh man, I'm already dragging. And we got jujitsu later. It's gonna be a nightmare, but I'm here for it. Let's hit these pull downs. QC, what is going on? I'm good over here. You know, just killing myself as usual. Ugh. "35 people in the building, guys. We're gonna hit these lat pull downs. I damn near forgot about it, but I want to hit these lat pull downs. You know, it's a staple. If I can find the lat pull down machine. Where is the lat pull down machine? Okay. Probably, we may go 2 different grips on this one. Absolutely, I'm hitting that caffeine before. But what I've been finding out, I've been reducing the amount that I've been taking. And today, actually, I didn't have any caffeine. And you know what? I feel actually a lot better, surprisingly. So I've been really trying to wean off just a little bit. Now, mind you, am I gonna just completely stop taking caffeine and energy drinks? Absolutely not. Pre-workouts? Absolutely not. But I'm finding that I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready to kill. I'm ready to get started. Or we don't need it. So I'm trying to just hold off until okay, I got to have it. But I'm realizing I don't really need it. Let's keep the form. Let me get this freaking angle right. There we go. Guys, when I finally blow up, I'm gonna hire a cameraman to follow me in the gym. If this channel ever blows up, I'm gonna hire a camera guy. Which is the goal. It would be cool. It would be kind of cool if this channel does blow up. I won't lie to you. That's it. What was that, 160? Let's go to 100. I'm gonna narrow the grip just a little bit and really kill that squeeze. Back is on fire. Shoot, if anxiety is a side effect, and with my crazy ass already, I need to completely lay off of it then. I got too much anxiety just being sober. And I'm over here killing coffee and protein shakes. Oh, coffee and energy drinks. That, that is hilarious. Yeah, I think slowly but surely, I'm gonna try to wean off of it. I'm maybe some days I'm ready to just run through the wall. It's crazy. I just call that a good day. Let's go. Yeah, that's just really what it is. It really is just moderation at the end of the day. You know, at this point now, I mean, I know when I need it, when I don't need it. The better, but I'm seeing more. I think you can grow even with a higher rep count. I mean, once again, it all depends. There's so many different variables. You know, I'm not going too light to where it's just absurdly easy. There is tension being, you know, put on the muscle. So yes, a better burn, you know, because it's a longer period, but I think a better benefit for growth and for weight loss or burning fat, you can get it off with higher reps too. You know, but I like to just, when I'm training heavy, put it like this, when I'm training heavy, I'm not thinking the objective is, this is gonna put on some quality muscle. I'm thinking, I wanna sling some heavy weight around and get stronger. And my heavy is, I'm, you know, the 4 counts, 5s, 5x5s, things like that. I didn't even say, see that? I didn't even put the weight back, almost busted my ass just now, that's crazy. First and foremost, let's work hard. Let's do something, you know. You know, you find what works for you, find what is easy for you to accomplish on a consistent basis, right? If you know you can only train for an hour, you know, maybe it may not be ideal to have these crazy long sets and this crazy, you know, HIIT training. You may have to just go fundamentals, you know, 8 sets or 4 sets, 8 to 10, and I'm out of there. You know, you may like to train in this other style, and that's easy for you to stay consistent with that, right? You may not like going heavy. That might not even be conducive to your goal. So I'm not gonna say, hey, that's what you need to do. No, what is conducive to the goal? What are you able to do consistently? And then I kind of shape it around there. Because last month, I was training nothing but heavy. It was all heavy. You know, and now I'm experimenting with, you know, going with the lighter rep range, you know, more time over tempo. So now we're playing with that. So, and I'm gonna see like, okay, let me make a little mental note here, what I like, what I didn't like. Infinite, what's going on? And then right now it's like, hey, this is challenging. You know, it's a little bit harder for me to keep a certain level of intensity when doing this. I feel myself fatiguing faster in certain areas. So let's keep working it. I don't even know what that is. Okay, I'm thinking we go, what is master bad? I'm thinking we go narrow grip. With a sick high rep count. We're definitely gonna hit some more pull-ups, for sure. I wanna hit some dips. I wanna hit at least 100 dips today. So we're gonna get that. I think that's definitely enough. But now, chart it. You know, try to like, all right, make a little mental note, maybe even take a picture of yourself and run that program, I don't know, 3 months, 2 months, and then maybe do a comparison picture to see that. You know, it's all about really charting, guys, I'm telling you. You know, try to chart, try to get as much data as possible. You know, I know it sounds corny, nobody wants to do that, but if you're really serious about, hey, is this working for me or not? You know, that's why I like also doing the streams because, and doing all the content, because I can legitimately look back and say, oh, that's what I was looking like 6 months ago, a year from now, a year ago. It's kind of interesting. Man, Russia in the building. What time is it right now in Russia? We got 11 likes. Thank you to everyone who hit that like button. Guys, we have 34 people getting it in with today. Can we get the likes up? We got 34 people in here. And we got 31. Yeah, what time is it in Russia? Is it daytime? Is it nighttime? Do you guys like the close grip or the wide grip attachment? I'm partial to both, but I don't know, I kind of like the close grip a little bit more. What about you? Heart rate has not dropped past 122. Let's go again. This feels ridiculous. I agree with you. I feel more connected with the close grip. That's a good way of putting it. There's more of a connection I have. I don't know, it's very weird. Obviously, we all use the wide grip bar, and we know that's just a staple. We all have used it. But the close grip, I think I prefer this more. I think I honestly prefer this more. Wait, we have 47 people in here. That is crazy. Listen, that's the phrase for Friday. That's the phrase for Friday. We got to keep the pump pumping. That's literally it. That is the theme for the rest of this month. That's the theme for this month and next month. We got to keep the pump pumping. There's just, period. Okay, 14 likes. I appreciate you. Whoever hit the like button, thank you guys. You got love for me. We're gonna go again. I wanna go again. Maybe we can squeeze in some traps. You know, we're gonna hit the arms. You know, we gotta get the dips in. We still got a lot to do. Not a lot, but, you know, there's still more work to be done. Man, what do I mentally focus on when I'm doing it? So, and that's a great question. I even talked about this before as well. The goal that I have in my mind, and not the goal in the gym, right? My overall goal that I'm trying to achieve as a person, as a human being, I think about that. It's like every rep and every time I show up to the gym, it's another confirmation that I'm not breaking a promise to myself. I'm locking into my discipline. I'm not giving up. So that's what's keeping what's on my mind. It's like that vision, which all of us have, right? We all are striving for, or you should be, a particular goal or a version of yourself. And what does that version look like? So that's what I lock in on. And that's what keeps me going. It has nothing to do with even the gym itself, right? The goal isn't connected to the gym. This is just a tool that is pushing me there. Yo, that connection, because it sucks. This workout is difficult. We don't want to do this all the time. You know, I don't necessarily enjoy the workout, right? I enjoy what's on the other side of it. I enjoy what it's getting me closer to. But my old ass, I'm 42 years old, still putting my body through this. I'm not necessarily like, yippee. I just know what's on the other side of it, what this is getting me every time I show up. Let's take a walk, guys. I appreciate you. We got 30 people in the building consistently. This is crazy. This is the new record. Well, no. Actually, I'm sorry. Yesterday was the record. We topped out at like 60 something. But then that just dropped relatively quickly. We haven't hit, yeah, nah. We gotta hit the laterals again, guys, I'm sorry. We did it yesterday, we're gonna do it again. You know what's so crazy, guys? I kind of stopped listening to rap late 90s. So any artist that I'm a fan of, it's literally going to be from the 90s. I honestly don't even really listen to rap anymore. What I'm actually listening to is, I mainly listen to reggae music when I'm training or just overall. But yeah, I don't give a shit about what artist is out now. I have no idea. So we're just gonna kind of finish up on these. I would like to get some presses in, but we may save them. We may save them. Let's see what we got. I would like some 35s, but, or even 20s. because we're gonna have a pause at the top with them. I've been really focusing on that pause at the top. Makes it suck even more. Let's see. I put on the metal station I really do sound old. I mean, on Apple Music, I'll go to the rock session, the metal section. I don't know these artists. I don't know. You'd have to give me a playlist. I mean, I rock with it. It definitely makes me want to run through the wall. I'm 42. Ugh. Uh, 137, 122 heart rate. These breaks are getting shorter and shorter. Let's go again. All right, there we go. Noted. And I've heard of Ramseen, but yeah, I'm sure I've heard something, but if you would ask me to tell you, I wouldn't know. But no, I'll look into it for sure. Whatever can get me to just get absolutely nuts in here, I'm fine. I'm down. I love all music. Let's go again. Shoulders are on fire now. I didn't think 20 pounds would be so freaking heavy to me now on lateral raises. I think I'm so used to doing rows or raises with 50 pounds and all of this. I used to be doing lateral raises, 50s, 60s, absolutely swinging them. But once you now have that pause at the top, it changes it completely. I can even go down to 15s. And that's what's so funny about just training. It's like you're strong in one area and then you can be completely weak in a different thing. It's just a minor tweak. Yeah, no, I embrace it. This is what a midlife, I've said this on every stream. This is just what a midlife crisis looks like. I just refuse just to get sloppy and just throw it up, just throw my hands up. I'm always trying to compete with myself. And that makes me perform better in just like in other parts of my life. I'm not just settling and being comfortable and maintenance. No, I'm still striving for more, for better, just refining. Let's go again. Triceps looking crazy today. This is sick. And we got the good lighting in here too. Oh. One more. So I've been doing it. I'm 42. I started at 18, like seriously. I know it sounds cliche, but it's gonna be time. Nobody wants to hear it, but it's just a situation where you're not gonna see the results quickly. It's easier to get it. It gets trickier to keep it. And then it gets really interesting to when you get to a certain level where, okay, you're swole or you're jacked, to still have a certain desire to push more, push further, refine, and things like that. So I know that's a corny answer, but it's really, if you can embrace the suck and embrace the time, just keep going, you know? What is EAA? Break that down. What is that? Let everybody know. No, I didn't wrestle in college. I actually do jujitsu as well. That's why I got these crazy cauliflower ears. But yeah, I do jujitsu. I've been doing that now for 13 years. But the thing is, you know what's so interesting about that? I am the one that is the fastest to try to diffuse the situation or walk away. For me, I'm at a point where if it doesn't even get to the point where someone says, hey, they want to fight me, because I'm already trying to, I don't want no problems with nobody, no matter what I know. And, you know, I know what I know. Like I said, I got my black belt back in 2022. I want no problems. Have people tried to test me? Oh yeah, sure. Have I had to kind of let people know because it got too crazy? Absolutely. But I'm actually the one who is trying to diffuse. Like, leave me alone. Yeah, so I trained a total for 13 years. I trained a total. Yeah, I got my black belt in 10 years. You know, and then I got my first degree on my black belt. That was 3 years. But yeah, it takes 10 years to get a black belt, and that's just really being consistent and you're on point. But that's the true passion of mine. So when we were talking about, once again, the consistency and the discipline, that's where a lot of it's really, really about. It's not me trying to be a hard ass. It's not me trying to be the toughest dude. That has nothing to do with that at all. Now, of course, right? What is the stereotypical idea? So many people have come up to me like later on and said, bro, I thought you were gonna be an asshole. Like, bro, I thought you were gonna be this, I thought you were gonna be that, but you're cool or whatever. Because I get it, I get the stigma, but that's just not me. Like, at all. Because even in jiu-jitsu, for example, you're never gonna be the top guy. I can go in there tonight when I go train and just get completely smashed the whole class. And it is what it is. So I don't want no problems. Because it's high reps, but the weight it's not fun. Remember, I appreciate it. And that was like such a big challenge when I first started, because I was bigger than this when I first started. But I was like, all right, everyone thinks I can't do this. Everybody thinks I'm gonna quit, because it's like, bro, you're the swole dude. Swole dudes don't do this. I was like, all right, watch. I made a commitment that right then and there. I said to myself, I will never stop training until, well, not even until, like, once I reach black belt, I'm still gonna keep going. And then along the way, obviously, I had to improve certain things. Like I had to get my flexibility right, mobility had to get better, cardio had to get better, all of that. So I've been lifting for over 20 years. Okay, that's a new vein. Okay, that is I don't know what's happening on my back, but that's a new one right there. We're getting lean. Let's drop it. Woo. Guys, I want to get your opinion on something. Oh. So, I want to get kind of like your idea on something. So I'm gonna answer, okay, man, for my biceps, so I keep it so basic with my bicep training. High volume. I tend to do more machines now, so I'm able to kind of keep my body in a fixed position. I was noticing, I still have a habit of doing this. If I'm not mindful, have that mind-body connection, I easily will cheat on curls. So now I do tend to use more machines where I can just keep my arms in a fixed position and just truly isolate. Because biceps are a small muscle group. You don't need to do much. And it only really moves in one direction. It's only two heads, right? So it's not this like complicated muscle group. You don't need much to simulate it, in my opinion. And my favorite bodybuilder growing up it started with Yates and then Ryan Coleman, because I met him one time in Jersey. And I was just like, what the hell it makes absolutely no sense when I saw him in person. So my question is, because I want to, backstory, with this channel, I was actually doing travel content on this channel, right? I've unlisted all the videos, I've taken them down. So I really was into traveling, I was putting a lot of travel content out, and I was getting a lot of like negativity from it, for whatever reason. And it was the most G-rated travel content on the planet. But I want to bring it back. But I was thinking about, hey, what if we go to different countries or even, domestically, but preferably I would go to different countries because I like to travel and showcase, whether it be the gyms, what are some of the like fitness stuff happening out there, and then just kind of show it. What would you guys think about that? You know we have to go another one. So yeah, I'm kind of playing with that idea because there's so many things I want to put on this channel, right? But obviously, what has taken off the most on this channel has been working out, right? I tried showcasing, I work in real estate investments. I showed that, nothing, no views. I showed the travel stuff. It was getting traction, but nothing really crazy. All right, super grateful for everything though. I put more of the fitness content out. I find you guys. I started to just do what I do on a Friday at 1:30, getting in the workout, and I found you guys. So I'm like, all right, I see what the algorithm, whether I try to fight it or not, I see what the algorithm is doing here. Exactly. So it'd literally be like, hey, these are the gyms in this country. This is like some of the, physical or adrenaline activities that they have to offer out there. Yeah. Maybe even link up with somebody, like we'll go work out. I'll even showcase maybe with the food. It's like, yes, check out these cool spots to eat. And here are, all right, healthy alternatives at this restaurant. Or I'm at this restaurant and, okay, I want to try the country's delicacies, but I want to go crazy on my diet. So I'm ordering this, this, and this. Because it's what I would be doing anyway. Like when I do travel, I'm looking for the gyms. I'm looking to see what kind of like physical activity or tour I can take. I don't do clubs, I don't do bars, I don't drink alcohol. So the nightlife, I'm not gonna show that because I don't, so the stuff that you would normally see with travel content on here, I'm not gonna show it, nor am I even interested in it because I don't do it. But when it comes to the culture, the history, the training, I'm all in. Like when I was in Philippines last year, like I'm eating the street food. I'm hanging out in the neighborhoods, like eating with, the locals are eating. And I'm like, wait a second, this is perfect. It's like, here's my protein, here's my vegetable, here's my carb, and it's for like $2. It's like, wait a second, I don't even have to cook. It's essentially like, I'm meal prep. I'm getting like meal delivery service to me for like 80% cheaper. So that's how I'm kind of approaching it. So, and I don't know. So I've been playing with that idea, and I could do it. The resources are there to do it. I'm just like, do you think there's even an audience for it? Because I don't want to just, do it to do it. I mean, I'll do it anyway, but if you guys don't want to see that, I'm not going to put it up there. You know what I mean. One more, we'll move on. Yeah, and of course, that goes without saying. And I'll definitely do that, like show the differences in the price points and how the exchange rate, is really in favor of the US dollar, all of that. So, yeah, it's not going to be solely, hey, check out this gym in this country. No, we're going to definitely see the country as well and, explore. But this is what I'm doing, instead of the bar. This is what I'm doing instead of, getting shit-faced, right? Because I just don't. And I want to see more of that on YouTube, and I don't see that. I see everything that I'm not interested in. Well, interesting enough, I went to Thailand a couple times, and I was actually teaching out there. I was teaching jiu-jitsu out there. You know, we gotta hit the biceps before we get out of here. Yeah. I still stay in contact with like. So one thing with me, guys, wherever I go, wherever I travel to, I'm always gonna keep. I'm gonna just try to make a connection, stay in contact with everybody. So yeah, I still reach out to a lot of people in Thailand, Philippines. Just hit them up on WhatsApp. But yeah, anywhere I go, I always just try to make the connection, and just obviously we're not talking every day. It's nothing like that, but say what's up. Hey, let them know I'm coming back down, or coming back out there at some point. Coming back out there soon. I keep in touch with some of the people who are running the tours. So when I get back there, it's like they look me out. I always attribute it to something's missing in the training. And just think about it. Before jiu-jitsu, right? Before jiu-jitsu, I wasn't doing cardio and let's work on mobility, and I didn't even know what mobility was, right? So I wasn't training it. I was missing something. Because at the time, the only focus was, I just want to get big. So other areas are gonna lack. Now as I moved on, I got smarter with my training. I realized there's more to this than just getting just jacked. So I was like, man, we got to start over. So that's essentially what I did. I had to start training over again. I had to strip my body down and now start working mobility, start adding those things in there, and realize how much of a deficit I was in those areas. And then after that, your body just starts to acclimate. Just for example, I'm 220 or whatever, 220, 225, somewhere in there. I can do pull-ups all day long, dips all day long, push-ups all day long. You might come across someone else who's the same weight, same build, and they can only do 2 pull-ups. Well, is it the muscle? No, it's like something's just lacking from there. They were not doing pull-ups, body weight exercises consistently. I started with body weight exercises, then introduced weights, but I never stopped doing calisthenics. So as I grew, my body just became more adapted. If I would have stopped, it would have been a nightmare trying to do pull-ups now. So that was the biggest lesson I learned starting jiu-jitsu was, there's some things lacking here. Like, this isn't good. And that's how I was getting my ass kicked so much when I first started, because I was just getting tired. I was legitimately exhausted before I could do anything. And I was like, whoa, this is kind of scary when you think about it. I was like, I can't do a thing here. Like, no matter all this muscle I had, I'm like, I can't do a thing. I wouldn't say it can build a lot of muscle, but it can definitely aid in it. Building a lot of muscle like that, that's very, what does that even mean right now? That's not me and that's not like me trying to give you a smart answer, but building a lot of muscle, there's so many variables to build a lot of muscle. I don't think so. Like, once again, I'm not only interested in just doing body weight, and I don't take days off anyway. So my rest days, even if I try to scale back, my rest days are filled with something. But I just think having a combination for my body and what I've been seeing the results, I train a couple people and, I've been seeing what's the results they've been seeing. I'm like, okay, I think we're onto something here. So I've just been honing that in, along with still, experimenting with other things. Like, okay, let's try this style. Let's do this. I keep it super simple. Chicken and some rice. I'm so programmed, it's like, just whatever the meal is, like, I just eat it. Now, when I have a cheat day, that's when I'm putting some thought into it. But favorite meal is like whatever the macros are supposed to be. Let's just get this over with. I'll add like a new sauce or something on top of it. It is, right? And it's not for everybody. And you lose a lot, you sacrifice a lot, but it is a very extremely, I just am connected to that lifestyle for me. Once again, I keep saying for me, because this is not saying, hey, do exactly as I say. It has nothing to do with that. This is just what I connected to, what I connect with, where I feel the most aligned, just in this more of like a disciplined kind of way of living. Now, mind you, it doesn't mean, I don't have fun and enjoy myself. Of course, obviously, but the work has to get done first for me. The work has to get done because my early years, we were to go back in time 15, 20 years ago when I was not disciplined and I didn't have structure and I didn't have long view and I was playing, this weird victim mindset. I wasn't progressing. Nothing was happening. Whales in the building. Once I, trial and error and started to really say, no, let's fix this, right? Like I can't keep going like this. So I really started to get discipline in my life. And I know that we hear these stories, but I wanted to not only be disciplined, internally, I wanted to. So yeah, and someone got to do it. Someone got to do it. But this is where I feel aligned. I feel aligned in the work. And also, for me, yeah, I tore my pec in jiu-jitsu, unfortunately. But guess what? The show must go on. But yeah, tore it, didn't let go. I should have tapped, and I didn't. Yeah, tore that bad boy off. And you know what? Got right back to training. As soon as I was able to actually put weight on it and do my rehabilitation, I just got back to it. I started doing PRP in it. I already did 2 rounds of PRP. So it is slowly but surely actually building tissue back, which is amazing. I do know, I know stem cells is gonna be the next thing I'm gonna do. And that's gonna really, it's had proven results that it does rebuild the tissue, and it's not completely torn off. So, there's still hope. So it's there, it's not dead, essentially. But yeah, so it is what it is. It sucked for a while, and then now it's just like, yeah, I could take some pain. Someone has been mentioning BPC 157. So I've been thinking about that. The CJC, looking into that, of course. Ipa Morellan, I don't know how to pronounce it. So once again, the beauty of it is there's options. But more importantly, guess what? The show didn't stop. And the show's never gonna stop. I'm never gonna break the promise to myself. And we got 42 people in here. I love it. Let's get another one. It's crazy. So it's 2 hours, around 1,000 calories that we burned today. That's not too bad. Jiu-jitsu is gonna suck later though. I can already tell. And it's hot out here today, so it's gonna be muggy in class today. It's gonna suck today. I'm looking forward to it though, but it's gonna suck. I'm putting the carbs back just a little bit into the diet also. But I've been dropping weight a little bit too fast. So it's like, let's slow this down. Ugh. I've been doing, sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up. I did read about that Jagger. So that was really interesting when I saw that too. I was like, whoa, okay. But I appreciate it. I've been doing jiu-jitsu for 13 years now. Yeah, if you're interested in, tell anyone, if you're interested in jiu-jitsu, MMA, whatever it might be, Muay Thai, I give the same suggestion that I give to people when I meet them out here. Whatever gym you decide to go to, the first day, go and don't take the class. You're gonna go there, you're not gonna put the gi on, you're just gonna sit there and watch. And what you're looking for is seeing how people interact with you, how the professors treat you, how some of the students treat you. Are they just kind of ignoring you? Are they coming up saying hello? Or are they just looking at you like, well, he doesn't look like he's serious, or he's not training, so we're not gonna give him any attention. So that's how I always tell. Then the next day, if they were pleasant and they were cool, then yeah, go back and try the class. Even where I train at, the academy that I train at, I tell people, just come in, sit, watch. Don't feel obligated to take the class. You know, just absorb the energy, because you have to think about it. Whatever academy you do decide to go for, let's say jiu-jitsu, for example, you're gonna be there for 10 years. So you may want to get along with everybody, or at least have, not necessarily get along, because you're not gonna get along with everyone in there, but the energy is right. Yeah. And then you'll find your way. Because now at this point, look, there's plenty of great academies, there's plenty of great schools all around, right? So it's not hard to find, unless you're just in the most rural area. So it's not hard to find great training, but it's harder to find good energy. That's where there's a problem. It's hard to find good energy. Where it's like you feel a part of it, you feel like a team, you know, the camaraderie is there, you know, you need that. That, once again, I said it earlier, make it easier to stay consistent with it. You're not gonna sign up to a place to where you dread kind of walking in there because you don't know who's gonna be there. You don't get along with this particular professor. Is he training this night? No. I'm always going to be focused on the eccentric. So I like doing like a 1 second eccentric on biceps. Listen, I know people do 2 seconds, 3 seconds. They want to make it the longest. My biceps get so pumped, I can't even hold it for that long. So I just do 1 second eccentrics. My objective is make sure full range of motion, I'm getting that squeeze. We've heard it before. Yeah. Especially with biceps, if they get, as they start getting pumped, if you're not careful, you will limit your range of motion exponentially. So you're almost like fighting, especially like with the way my bicep is. Like, look where it starts. It's such an odd bicep. Like, look where it's at, and that's not even me flexing, right? So by the time I'm curling up, I'm literally like limiting range of motion. You see what I mean? Like, it's crazy. And shameless plug, make sure we are hitting the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subs this month. I think we can do it. Yeah, just stay. Listen, this is a marathon with this stuff. You win if you can just stay down. 18 likes. I appreciate everyone who's hitting that like button. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. If you can just stay in it, try to stay as injury-free as you can, you know, and just stay in, just stay training, stay consistent with it. You're gonna see you're gonna see it. You know, but you do have to make this thing a lifestyle. You do have to sacrifice. It's not necessarily, look, it's been 2 hours we've been on this stream. We got jujitsu later. I'm gonna go to, you know, I've still gotta go to work. You do sacrifice a lot, but the rewards are great. But just know, you gotta give up something. So yeah, that's a perfect example. I mean, that guy is, you know, over 300, I mean, just a freak of nature, but he can do pull-ups, he can do dips, right? Has some great mobility. So when you see that, you realize that is such a great example. It actually ties to the point someone asked in here earlier. It's like, does muscle inhibit your mobility? Well, he was referring to actually fighting, but most of the time people say, hey, the bigger you get, you can't do calisthenics. Well, that's a perfect example that's false, right? So that's cool. It's just how you're training. That's why the training, it has to be conducive to the goal. You know, I'm always like, what's the goal? Like, what are you working on? Then we curate it around there. If someone tells me, hey, look, I just want to look good and feel confident in front of my family, which people have come to me like that, where it's like, look, I need to get the confidence in certain areas, and I feel I can get it done having a certain look, an aesthetic that they are striving for. Very different than someone who's like, look, they're getting ready for a jiu-jitsu competition and they want to ramp up their conditioning. Very different types of training, right? So, and that's where I do my little tweaks and things like that, because it's all different. Right now, my objective, I'm trying to get lean. I'm getting lean, lean, lean. The objective, I want abs through the shirt. That is my objective, right? It could sound completely egotistical or whatever, no problem. But that's my goal, so my training is different, everything is different. When it's time for me to get bulky and ramp the weight up, things change again, the food changes again. But right now, Abs through the shirt. That is the goal. And you can do it. Ugh. Just fundamentals. Fundamental exercises on these biceps. Nothing crazy. I've been really scaling back on doing too many. Well, I do arms every day, so let me shut up. Talk about scaling back. What are we talking about? They're feeling it though. It's a chunky bike. You want to be able to just to grab this thing. That's what they like. And you guys out there that are getting in shape because you want to impress the girl and this and that, that's fine. I get it. But don't make that the only objective. But if you do, make sure the biceps are on point because they're going to want to grab it. I'm sore every freaking day. Listen, I don't remember a day when I woke up and just said, man, I feel great. I don't remember that. It's been quite a while. If it's not from jujitsu, if it's not a nagging injury somewhere, if it's not the workout, at this point now, I'm always sore. Just grumpy. Oh. I should be doing all three heads on that shoulder more often. I don't. I usually put rear delts on my back day along with traps, but for the most part, I'm just doing primarily compound movements and laterals. And why? Because at one point I was doing nothing but just presses, and my front delts grew, but I had the tiniest rear side delts, so I just look extremely narrow. So I do suggest training those rear delts specifically because it actually aids in your bench and it helps in a lot of your movements, but we forget to do them. But once again, the goal when it comes to shoulders for me is development, but also I primarily focus on more of the power behind it. So my movement is really explosive when it comes to my presses. If you are trying to go for more aesthetics and more growth, you gotta drop that weight and make that form so razor sharp. because it's very easy to use your whole body to get the weight up and you get nothing from it. So once again, experiment with it. I don't go heavy on shoulders anymore at this point. One, not necessarily even to injury, but I feel heavier weight on a press puts more harm on my rotator cuff than I'm actually getting in the muscle. I don't feel like I'm getting that much of a difference in tension when I'm going heavier as opposed to just reducing the weight, focusing on range of motion. And you know what helps with these freaking horseshoes? The dips. The weighted dips specifically. Appreciate it, figures. That is what really has made the difference in the tricep. So, and yeah, so guys, we're gonna call it. We're almost hitting 2 hours on this stream. I think we got it in. We're gonna keep doing it. This is a Friday. Nothing special on this Friday. We're gonna do it again tomorrow. We're going to do it again Sunday. Do it again the following. This is just part of the day. And make it part of yours. You know, get it in. You know, go train. Screw what everyone else is talking about. I am the fan of not really doing front delts. So the front raises and no, I'm really not. Between all of my pressing movements, all of just regular shoulder movements, I feel they're getting targeted more than enough. And the problem is, actually, let me go into, I am a black belt in jiu-jitsu. And also, if you're not careful, if you solely focus on presses, and all your shoulder exercises, all just presses, your posture actually starts to alter a little bit. Your shoulders start to turn in. So if you notice, you'll start looking like this, as opposed to having your chest cavity more open. So you have to be really, really careful with that. And you won't notice that until it's like exaggerated. But if you're constantly doing shoulder press, constantly, you know, every time you're pressing, your posture starts going in. So then that's why it's so imperative to start doing your rear delts. So just something to keep in mind. Take a picture of yourself. You know, are you standing with good posture, or are your shoulders starting to cave in a little bit? And you'll be surprised. I realized, my posture was turning in. So I had to really start working, you know, rear delts, working on a lot of back to start opening it up. So, but something to think about. But guys, reach out to me on IG if anyone is, no problem. If anyone is interested in training, I'm really just trying to build up this community, build up this team. You know, the streams have been growing. You guys have been popping up. You know, I just prefer doing lateral raises. And that is a fact. I'm just a lateral raise guy, whether it's the machine, cables, dumbbells. I just like doing lateral raises. That's really been a big bulk of, whether it's on my back day, on my pull day, or even on push day, I'm still doing raises. Yeah, I think it's one of the most effective exercises for not only just growth, but power, strength as well. And it just looks good. Well, you know, come on. It just looks good when you got good side delts and, you know, the shoulders are just nicely rounded. It just looks good. It doesn't have to be all sciencey. It just looks good when you have good shoulders. You put your shirt on, it just fits well, it just hangs. It's a good look. You got the traps to go with it. It's just a good look. So yeah, just do raises. And an absurd amount of sets too, like six to 8 sets just on raises for sure. Hey guys, so let's continue to build this thing. I don't know, I'm finding you guys, you know. Every time we go on the stream, more people, you guys are popping up, so I appreciate it. Like I said, this doesn't happen without you guys. So I always take time out to say I appreciate it. And I don't know what I'm trying to create on this platform. I don't know what's coming from it. I've been trying to stream more from class, but I have to be more mindful of it in class because there's other people there, right? So, you know, not everyone feels so comfortable with just being on camera like that. So that's why I tend not to stream as much when I'm training. I teach on Saturdays as well. So depending who comes to my Saturday class tomorrow, I'll stream tomorrow. The problem is, and I could just actually just probably bring another phone with me, but I use my phone for the music. But depending on who's there, we'll stream. But the reason I don't stream from jiu-jitsu is I'm just more so mindful of, everybody else who's at the class. They don't want to be on camera. Like, it's a little bit different. Nice. I have no interest in competing in jiu-jitsu, but I have no interest competing in bodybuilding. But yeah, I just enjoy competing in jiu-jitsu, and if I could look swole on the weight while I'm doing it, I'll take it. I'll represent for the old men out there. So guys, subscribe, comment, share. We're trying to get to 3,000 subs this month. Talk to you guys later. Guys, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Yeah, just drop a comment. Let me know you were in the stream today, and I appreciate it. And